There are huge challenges on housing and community in this land. Many people call it a crisis, and it affects all ages, but very often young couples and people with families. So the church is launching an Archbishop of Canterbury's commission on housing, church and community to look at the challenges and to see what we can contribute to a way forward. One of the things that someone said to me who's now on the commission is we need to build communities and homes, not just houses.
Community means a place where you feel at home, a place where you feel loved, a place where people care about you, they'll help you if you need it.
It is amazing what churches are already doing around housing, and I know that you're going to see some examples of that.
I think Stamford is very difficult for people because it is a very affluent area, and so people cannot afford private rent, and the housing benefit just doesn't begin to cover the cost of private rental, and then you're in the council housing system and there is a long wait, and if you are not a priority need, you could be on that for a very long time before you can even get into that. And then people get into debt and they get into housing arrears, and it gets very difficult.
There is a lot of poverty in pockets and a lot of people in need. And in the church there's been a desire to help. People just didn't know how to do it. And I think having a particular member of staff who had a real heart for people in need started to just open up the life of the church by bringing people. He would go out looking for them. He was literally out looking for lost sheep at night. He'd be finding 5 or 6 homeless people in an evening, and then he'd be helping them the next day. So we were kind of landed with these people on our doorstep, but because there was a real heart of compassion in one person, and then that just multiplied out because other people got behind it, because of course other people thought this is the kind of thing we need to be doing.
A lot of the people we work with tend to be people with multiple issues. So they don't just come with one thing, but there seems to be lots of stuff going on in their lives. And whereas other charities and agencies, they might work with something specific, so one area of their life, they might actually be needing to tap into 5 different agencies or charities, and somebody actually described us as the glue between those different agencies. So actually it's somewhere where they can find that support network and that community, and we can filter them off.
Because I come here from Nottingham, I come with 1 black bin liner, that was it. If it wasn't for the church, I'd have nothing in my house. Sometimes I need food bank and things like that, and the church just they help me with everything. Louise, if I need nappies or wipes or anything like that for my son, she'll get me nappies and wipes, and I don't know what it is, it's just I think it's because they don't judge you and they've always got time for you and things like that. I think that's what it is, and that's why I love the church so much.
This church has been an absolute lifeline, you know what I mean? It has kept me going, literally.
Within a couple of days of me moving into the new house, this one come along, and it was a nightmare, to be honest, because I couldn't get the house done. We had no heating. If it wasn't for Louise, I wouldn't have been able to bring my newborn home because the boiler was condemned and we had no heating. She got it all sorted out within a couple of days. The church means a lot to me. They've helped me out, and it's beyond words, basically, how much I love this church.
I hope that they get hope and love, and a lot of people, gosh, they come broken and they come alone. And a lot of people come having faced and battled through many challenges, and they come with the scars to prove it. And I hope that they come into this environment and they find community, they find a support network, they find people that love them, They might have had no's all their life, but they find some yeses. They might be in a place where they are just at rock bottom and they think there's no hope, but they get shown hope. That's what I hope they find.
That sense of our common obligation to meet the need for shelter and home is one that has driven our society at its best, and it needs to be at the heart of the reimagination of our society now. And why do we need to act? Well, the Church would say, very simply, in the words of St. Paul, the love of Christ compels us, draws us on, and leads us both to speak of God's love through Jesus, to demonstrate it, and to reach out in compassion to those who are in the greatest need.